Good afternoon. Welcome to my Monday Live. This is Pat Mayer from Akron, Ohio. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So I think it does say now that I'm live. I never know if there's a cutoff on that. So anyway, I say that every week. This is episode number 42. And welcome. I will wait a minute to see if anybody connects. I didn't give my 24-hour notice yesterday like I usually do. So it was just kind of crazy. We had a beautiful, beautiful weekend here. And then today it is kind of rainy and ugly. I think I hear rain outside. So this is a good day to just kind of be down here in my little studio and stamp and create and get ready for my live. Hi, Gloria. Welcome. You're number one Johnny on the spot, so it's good to see that you're here. So I've got a little bit to show you today, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. So I hope you have your afternoon beverage. Get my coffee here. Take a sip and turn the camera down so you can see what's on my desktop, and we'll get going. Hi, Sue. Welcome. Last week, I have to back up a little bit. Last week, toward the end of my video, I challenged myself and said, how many greens do we have in the catalog? And I don't know what brought that about, except I was using a lot of green last week. Anyway, I never gave you the answer. So I don't know if anybody looked that up or checked it out, but we actually have 11 shades of green in our catalog. And I don't know if you're a green lover. I guess we need green for leaves. We need green for lots of things. But anyway, there are 11. Go figure. And I'm going to use one of them today too, because we have some leaves. So anyway, I am going to focus on our Sale-a-Bration. This is the first time we've had a summer one. So if you've been following me, we had a sneak peek and then we had the launch, and now we're 2 weeks into this and it will last until the end of September. So just real quick, I want to go through this and tell you, hi Nancy, you made it back. How was your dentist appointment? And tell you about this bedazzling paper. It is as supplies last, and it is gorgeous. I've used it a couple of times in lives, but I want to show you that you can color this. Add some color to it. And these colors here, I did use the edge of my Stampin' Blend. And that's good to know. It's never fun. And this is the actual color. Okay, kind of a champagne color, I guess you would call it. So I used these to get my colors of the rainbow. And then on this one, this strip, I spritzed it with alcohol and re-inkers. So you can do a lot of different things with this, and I'm sure over the next few weeks, I'll be showing you even more. I mean, it's so dazzling and bright. It's awesome. I like it just plain too. So that is as supplies last. And then very quickly, we've got these cute little penguins. I've not worked with those yet. Perhaps next week. I don't know yet. I usually don't know until Sunday or Monday exactly what I'm doing. It just is what I ever feel like. And then this feels like home. I don't have this one, but I might have it in my future. I'm not sure. And then the beautifully penned designer paper is beautiful. I do have an easy sample to show you today with that one. And the Peaceful Prince, I don't have too much of the Christmas yet, but it coordinates with the Peaceful Deer bundle in the January, in the mini catalog. It's actually called July. Or Beyond July. because it didn't launch until August. And then the sheep, you get the sheep or the dies, and the sheep can be done independently without the dies. Both of those are $50, with the $50 purchase, I mean. Here, textures and frames. This is cute, and I was playing with this morning, and actually I was almost going to demonstrate with this today, but I did do 2 cards with it that I'll show you right now to use those samples, and just created some backgrounds, and then a thank you kindly that I took from the Dahlia set that I'm going to use shortly, and then added actually the summer shadows dies that coordinate with the shaded summer. So that's where that one comes from. And then this one is very similar, just a different layout. Same colors that I used, Calypso Coral, Pear Pizzazz, Balmy Blue, and then this is from the hybrid In Bloom that I had that punched out, so I just used it. So that was just kind of a fun one. And then this is one that I did with the Summer Shadows dies that go with the shaded summer stamp set. That's kind of like a tongue twister. So I played around with that a little bit. And then the Delicate Dahlias, and that's what I'm going to use today. You can zoom in on that a little bit. So the dahlias are just gorgeous. And I'm also going to show off this In Your Words host set that is available during Sale-a-Bration with a $300 workshop or order. Use those words. So that is Sale-a-Bration. So let's get started. Let me zoom out again a little bit more to show you this. So here's the Delicate Dahlias stamp set. It's got some great sentiments that go with it. And here's the In Your Words stamp set. Great sentiments. We know we always need more of those. You can never have too many sentiments to go with our stamp, or with our stamped projects. So these are the colors that I'm going to use today. Gorgeous Grape, Granny Apple Green, and Fresh Freesia, one of our new in colors. And I have not been giving this one quite as much love. I've been focusing probably on the polished pink a little bit more. So I'm going to use that one today. And my little color coach says that those 3 go together. So this is what I have. And I'm also going to be using the stitched rectangles from this says Big Shot, but now we have the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Hello, Elaine, welcome. So this is what we have, is a gorgeous grape. Let me zoom out a little bit. Gorgeous Grape card base, a basic white panel, and that is 1/8 of an inch around, so that is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Hi Carol, hi Fran, welcome. I have a panel to go on the inside. And then this little piece, you'll get to see what I'm going to be doing with that in a minute. And then a white piece for the sentiment that will go on the front. And I'm going to use some ribbon and some embellishments. So here we go. Now this stamp set has not only, whoops, I think I'm losing a little bit of my internet. So let me make sure things are going okay here. All right, I hope I'm not cutting out a little bit, so I'll keep going. You can let me know if there's a problem. But anyway, there are stamps in here that are outline stamps, and then the shadow. So if you stamp this one here and then stamp this over it, you get the color to fill in. You can also color it yourself if you want to color with blends or even our chalks, which I've not shown yet either. But I'm only going to use these stamps today, these shadow ones that go inside, and not the outline stamps. They stand alone on themselves. You don't need to have these others to make a really gorgeous card. So I've already got these mounted on blocks. So let's start with the gorgeous grape. And okay, let's see. I need that to turn back to blue, and it's not. Okay, so this is kind of big, so I'm going to turn this over and add ink to the stamp instead of the other way around. Okay, thanks, Gloria. That's what I was afraid of. Could be the weather. I don't know. It says it's okay, but it's still not picking up. Anyway, hang with me. Okay, so I'm going to stamp that. Oh, this is just such a beautiful stamp, and it's distinctive. So it goes, you get the light and the dark. It just gives a beautiful image. Let's see, got one here. Gonna stamp off the edge, add another one. So I've got 3. And while I'm at it and have that stamp, let me stamp on the corner of the piece that's going to go on the inside. Right, now let's add some Granny Apple Green and do the leaves. And I'll put those here on the panel for the inside. Set that aside. And then add some leaves here. And how was everybody's weekend? It was absolutely gorgeous here. So I guess it's okay if it rains during the week. All right, so there we've got some leaves. And then this small stamp, I'm going to do some fill in with the fresh Freesia. Thanks, Elaine. I do too. These are such nice colors. So I'm just kind of having a purple day, I guess. Okay, that's good enough for right there. I can overlap a little bit. Because then you'll see what I'm going to do. So that's good. And then I'm going to take my dark fresh Freesia blend. And this one is really hard to pull off. There we go. And just kind of flick that into the tip here and splatter it a little bit. So that's going to be that. Now, this is the fun part. And there are a couple different names for this. You could call it spotlighting. Somebody has called it double time. Now, this alone could make a nice card. Put that on your card base. Add a punched out sentiment, some ribbons, some embellishments, and you're good to go. Let's kick it up a notch. And I'm going to cut out, I'm going to go a little bit over on the left side. Let's get my Stampin' Cut and Emboss up here. And I've got plate 1 plate 2, a plate 3, and this is, as I said earlier, this is from the Stitched Rectangles. I think it's like the 3rd one in. It's the 4th smallest one. So, but it's going in from the inside. Hope that makes sense. Add another plate 3 on top and crank it through. And there we go. So pop that out. And the stitch dies really stay in there. So you really have to pull those off and carefully pull it off of your cardstock so it doesn't tear. But it really gives you a nice stitched cut. So there's that. So now I've got this big hole in my paper, and I've got this. Let's get those out of the way. Get my card base back. And let's add some adhesive here. And let's see, we've got our Stampin' Seal. I'm going to add this. I want to get up close to the edge too, where I cut the hole out. Let's see, let's make sure I'm back in the camera. Okay, this stuff sometimes does not want to come out. Ah, it is almost empty. So we'll have to use something else here. All right, I'm going to add this to the front card base. Then this small piece of gorgeous grape, I've cut it so that it is about a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch. I just knew what size this was. So that's going to go on top of this. Okay? And let's hope that there's enough adhesive in here. Otherwise, I will pop over and get another one, another refill. So that's going to go on top of this. And then, after I do some embellishments, thanks Carol, thanks Elaine, that's going to go here. And what I'm going to do, make sure that goes in the right direction, will match up with where I cut it out. And it's going to be popped up with dimensionals. So let's add some Stampin' Dimensionals to the back. And let's see, grab the ribbon, it's back here. And this is the Fresh Freesia ribbon. And this is called Open Weave Ribbon. These are just beautiful. So I want to make sure that I've got enough to go on here. Also make sure that this is going to go back so I don't get it in the wrong spot, because I'm going to put it down here along the bottom. And plenty of ribbon. What I tend to do is to cut my ribbon too short and then get all tied up with my fingers, and I don't get a good bow. So I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive to the back of this so that that will hold there. Go ahead and tie my bow. And sometimes any ribbon, if you're having trouble tying a bow, take a glue dot and add it to where your center point is, and then you can maybe lock that down a little bit because this is kind of slippery a little bit. It looked like it was long enough. Maybe it wasn't. Okay, so there we go. So that will hold it down. And it's always fun to tie a bow when you're doing a live video. I think I got it. I think. And then make it look good. Okay. All right, it's probably not as good as I would like. Let's try it one more time. Otherwise, we're going to get a knot, just a plain old knot. So I probably could have used another inch maybe or two. And sometimes I like to do faux bows too. So that might be the next option. Do you know what a faux bow is? Where you just tie it around the front. That's probably what I should have done for the live. Oh, ooh, 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 I think I got it. It's a little twisted, but that's okay. But I love this new ribbon that we've got this year with all of the in colors. Okay, there we go. So, thanks, Gloria. So that's going to pop in there. So it's kind of a spotlight look, and your eyes focus on that, so it's a focal point. Let's get those dimensionals off of there. And then just pop it in so that it lines up with the images that you've already stamped. I think that's about right. There we go. Okay, and then I can add this piece to the inside. Let me see here. All right, this can go this way or this way. So which one should it be? I think with this one, it looks better this way, but I should have stamped this on the other side. So that's okay. It'll be on the left side. Last week was one of those days last week was left-handed day. And I am left-handed, but only to write. I stamp with my right hand. I cut things with my right hand. I brush my teeth with my right hand. So I don't know that you call that ambidextrous, but I only write with my left hand. It's kind of crazy. Don't know what happened there. My family, my daughter is totally left-handed, and I may have mentioned this before I go there, and I can't use their scissors. My son-in-law is also left-handed, so it's kind of strange. Anyway, let's get a little sentiment here. Hope this card makes you smile. Now, isn't that perfect? And that's from that new stamp set that is a host only. So I've got a piece of basic white here. And let's do that in the gorgeous grape. I'm not sure. This was just a scrap that I had laying there. Okay. And just to add a little bit more interest, let's do some of these small flowers. Let me stamp it off and see, and add that. So there's a little color behind that. That's a little bit too, I don't like that. Let's do this again. Let's do it down here. And stamping off didn't really make that look good. There, that's good. And I've got this little paper trimmer, and I'm just going to trim that down. I think that will work. Just making it small. This little trimmer was I think a join or a demo only thing a couple of years ago. So there we go. Just hope this card makes you smile. And let's add that with a dimensional or two. And put that there in the center. Who wouldn't smile with that one? And then let's bring out the 2123 in color jewels. And add those to the center of the big dahlias. Let's get my take a pick tool here. Just slide that off, add that. This doesn't really look like the Freesia, but it really makes those dahlias pop. So we've got 3 of those in there. And let's see, what else do we need here? Maybe a little bit of Wink of Stella. And I'm not sure, let's see, thank you, Carol. Let's kind of tap this with the, you can't really see it probably on the screen, but just tapping a bone folder adds some sparkle to the card because we don't have the shimmer spray anymore. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's some sparkle down here. And we can always add some Wink of Stella to the dahlias. So I kind of like this one. Okay. And I didn't bring an envelope over, so that would definitely have a dahlia or 2 on the envelope front and back. So there's that. Let me show you the other ones that I have come up with today. This was actually my prototype. Good idea, Fran. Those jewels always finish the card. So they are also good for covering up a little mistake too, if you ever have a mistake on your card. So I think this was the first one that I did this morning. And can you see the difference? What I did? Which one do you like better? The dahlias in the Freesia, and then the small flowers in the gorgeous grape, or the one that I just did? Still with the same color combination of Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, and Granny Apple Green. And then I did this one with Granny Apple Green as the base and the same colors, the dark Gorgeous Grape, Freesia, and Granny Apple Green. So we've got 3 cards here, all with the same idea, 2 with Hope This Card Makes You Smile. Yeah, I think I do like that one best also, Sue. So third time's a charm on that one. I do really like that. I like it a lot. Let's see, what else? But this one, then I made going as a top fold card. And these other 2 are with the side fold. And then this one, just hope, or you inspire me. And that comes from the Dahlias set. And then I cut it off. Just make it a little bit different. So what else do I have here with the Dahlias? This was one that I did on Saturday. I had a meeting with my my team, and somebody showed this, so we got to make it. And it's with the polished pink, circle die, and the new paper, the paper that is one of the Sale-a-Bration offerings. But I love this saying, and this is also in that stamp: hope your day is fantabulistic. Fabulous and fantastic all in one. Love that saying. And then this one I did a couple of weeks ago when I first got the set. And this uses the hand-penned designer paper, and you get to see both sides of the paper at once. And then I actually forget what set I used with this, but I did use the Stamparatus to make those line up. So that's that one. And then I had one more that is a little 3D. And when this is flattened out, it does fit in a regular envelope, but it is a half a sheet of cardstock. And it's a little diorama. So I don't know if you can see that from the top here, but the way it's scored and then put together with the adhesive, you can pull it apart to get into the envelope, and then it will stand up. So when somebody gets it, it stands up. So, and then life is full of ups and downs, hold on tight. So I like that one too. So with that, I think that's all I have to show you today. I love the Dahlias. I love the Gorgeous Grape. I love the purple. So I want to thank everybody for joining me today. We got done in a little over 30 minutes. That's usually my goal. And have a great rest of the evening. Stay dry if you're where the rain is. And enjoy your evening. Have a great rest of the week. Thanks. See you next week. Bye-bye.